Towards the end of the 7th century BCE, the Messenians revolted against Sparta and nearly achieved victory.
But how did slaves almost succeed in defeating the most powerful army in Greece?
This is the question we'll answer in this video, but first let's recall the recap of the previous episodes. During the Greek Dark Ages, waves of Dorians migrated to the Peloponnese and settled in the fertile valleys of the region. The Dorian settlers of Sparta seized control of the entire Laconia region and subjected the local inhabitants, referring to them as Helots. Towards the end of the 8th century BCE, Sparta also conquered Messenia and subjected its inhabitants to servitude. And now, let's go back to the 8th century BCE. In the early 8th century, the Eleans triumphed over their rivals and established their dominance in the northwestern area of the Peloponnese. Through their southern expansion, Elis gained control of the Olympus Sanctuary, granting them the right to host the Olympic Games, which had previously belonged to Pisa. The control over the sanctuary and the games brought prestige, economic advantages, and most importantly, political influence to the Eleans. During the Elean expansion, Sparta formed an alliance with Elis and acknowledged the Elean authority over Olympia.
So, while Sparta occupied Laconia, Elis conquered the northwestern region of the Peloponnese and took control of the Olympic Games.
Arcadia is the mountainous region of the Peloponnese, and the Dorians refrained from occupying it, allowing the local inhabitants to maintain their independence. After Sparta gained control over Laconia, the border with Arcadia remained sparsely populated and uncultivated due to the frequent raids by the Arcadians. Following the conquest of Messenia, many Messenians sought refuge in Arcadia, which remained free from Spartan influence and became assimilated into the local population.
So, while Sparta occupied Laconia, Elis conquered the northwestern region of the Peloponnese and took control of the Olympic Games. However, Arcadia remained independent and continued to wage war against Sparta.
In the year 648 BCE, a Messenian warrior infiltrated Sparta and impaled his spear in the sanctuary of Athena, thereby sparking a rebellion. The Arcadians joined forces with the Messenians, and when the armies clashed in the Battle of Dares, it resulted in a stalemate. A year later, in the Battle of Boar's Grave, the Messenians achieved victory alongside the Arcadians. In 644, with the assistance of the Arcadians, the Pisans captured Olympia from the Eleans, reclaiming control over the Olympic Games. However, in 642, the Spartans bribed one of the Arcadian kings, who then betrayed the Messenians, leading to a significant Messenian defeat in the Battle of Great Foss. The Messenians took refuge in Mount Aera, while the Spartans formed an alliance with the Eleans and assisted in the recapture of Olympia. After 11 years, the Messenian fortress on Mount Aera also fell, resulting in the crushing of the rebellion.
So, while Sparta occupied Laconia, Elis conquered the northwestern region of the Peloponnese and took control of the Olympic Games. However, Arcadia remained independent and continued to wage war against Sparta. The Arcadians aided Pisa in capturing Olympia and supported the Messenians in the rebellion. Only after 20 years, Sparta and Elis managed to suppress the rebellions. I see. The Messinian Revolt was a part of a larger uprising including Arcadia and Pisa, which is why they almost succeeded in defeating Sparta.
Indeed, and the threat posed by the Messinian Revolt shaped Sparta's policies for the following centuries, as it refrained from sending its army beyond Laconia. Stay tuned for this and more in our next video.